Welcome to the Truman Charities podcast. I am Jamie Truman, your host. If you're new to this podcast, I'm the co-founder of Truman Charities, which is a 100% volunteer-based organization. We started in 2010, and since then, we've raised a little over $2 million for various charities. And we do this by hosting 3 events per year. We have our Derby Party, our Halloween event, and our Family Fun event. So we just had our Derby Party on the first Saturday of May. So was that May 3rd? Oh gosh, I can't remember. I think it was May 3rd. We raised $48,000 for Interfaith Work. And that was benefiting Interfaith Works job placement program. And Interfaith Works is a wonderful organization that provides, obviously, help with job placement, but housing and emergency resources and so many different things for over 30,000 people in Montgomery County. The most wonderful thing about, having our organization volunteer-based 100% is that every single dollar raised goes directly to Interfaith Works and their job placement program. So that is what we're really, really excited about. But obviously, we could not have done this without our amazing sponsors and all of our guests. And I want to make sure that I go run through our sponsors really quickly, because when you're thinking about doing business, you really should think about doing business with individuals that are giving back to their community and helping people. So we can go through just real quickly. We have Aspen Real Estate Settlements, Electric Advisors, First Home Mortgage, First Washington Mortgage, Garrison, Law Offices of Chip Limpscomb, Lido Civic Club of Washington, D.C., Lighthouse Insurance Services, Lucy, PKC LLC. We have Ross Residential, Sassy Agency, Scotty's Vodka, Select Financial Capital, Small Business Advisors, So What Else? Tommy Joe's, a Truman Wealth Management Group, Z Federal, a Live Casino, AMR US, Lamb Insurance, Allstate Insurance, Capital Energy Training, Dave Utterman Real Estate, The Giving Purpose Project, Eric Skegan, Allison Collection at Compass, and Urban Pace. So, and I also want to say that we make sure that none of our items are ever on consignment. So that also means that 100% of all the money raised from our live auction and our raffle goes straight to the charity as well. So I want to say a thank you to our raffle sponsors, Bo Bello, the Mercurio family, Boone & Sons, Press Eyewear, Mama Lucia's, Total Wine and More, VIP Fitness, Morazzi Pizza, One Hope Winery, Freeman and Freeman, Salamander's Resort and Spa, and the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City. And what was really great is that in our Halloween and our Derby Party, we always have a fantastic prize for best dressed. And I have to say, people go back and forth. They say, do you like the Halloween or do you like the Derby Party for dressed? And I love them both, but I am such a sucker for guys in suits and really dressed up, like so nice. And all the girls, like I love the women in like their beautiful hats and beautiful dresses. So I actually would say that I think I like the Derby dress better, but I'd like to know what you think. Do you like the Halloween or the Derby? But I tell my husband all the time, like, I'm a sucker for guys. If you look back at photos of like men in like the 50s, like I love that look. And I wish that look would come back. I wish all men went back to suits. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. I used to love it when I met Jerry. He was in a suit every day. And then after like 2020, now no one's in a suit. So it's so sad. I want suits to come back. So hopefully in a 2026, maybe that'll come back for me. Oh, so our best dressed, she was fabulous. It was a lady that made her own hat. It was wild. She like super glued stuff on it. It was so great. She made her own derby hat. It was awesome. She won a week at our friend's house in Fenwick, and it's a half a mile from the beach. I hope her and her family or her and her girlfriends are going to have the best time. If you missed the derby party, don't worry about it. We have 2 more events coming up. we have our Family Fun event for Just Trying It. That's coming up September 7th. Now, Just Trying It raises money for local families that have a child in treatment for pediatric cancer. They do this by hosting a kids triathlon. My son, Dominic, and hopefully we'll see. I have Antonio signed up, but he'll be 5 the time of the race. So we'll see if he actually finishes the triathlon. But I have him and Dominic's friends. We have them under the DeShantel crew, and they're going to be running and raising money for this. So we will be holding our Family Fun event then. So that's a great one. We have it at the Knights of Columbus. It's from 2 to 5 p.m. We have Marazzi Pizza Truck. We'll have Clay Boys. We have a huge bounce house. So grab, your kids or your grandkids, your nieces and nephews, and make sure to join us there. I'm going to be sending that out in a registration probably in end of July at some point. So if you're not on our list, our newsletter list and our email list, make sure to go on trumancharities.com and sign up there, or you can just email me at info@trumancharities. And then we have our Halloween event. That is October 25th, and that's going to be benefiting SMGA. And that is a fantastic organization that helps so many veterans from all over the United States, nationwide. I interviewed them back for Veterans Day. So I interviewed them for Veterans Day. So check out our Veterans Day podcast episode, and then you're going to be able to learn all about SMGA and all the wonderful work that they do for so many veterans all over the United States. And I also want to mention that we have this new thing that we started. We have this new opportunity that we started in 2025, which is an annual sponsorship opportunity. And so what this is that you commit to $2,500 for the year of donations. $1,000 will go to the Derby party, $1,000 will go to our Halloween party, and $500 will go to Just Trying It. When you sign up for our annual sponsorship, the Derby party and the Halloween event, you get 25 raffle tickets, 8 guest tickets, an entry into the special sponsor raffle. And then, of course, you get to be a judge and vote for best dress for Kentucky Derby and the Halloween party. For the Just Trying It, you'll get recognition before, during, and after the charity event. And then you'll get entry into our special sponsor raffle. And then also, with being an annual sponsor, which is really incredible, is that we have Bethesda's Best Happy Hour, which is not charitably inclined, but Jerry and I and the other board members, we host kind of a fun networking event at Tommy Joe's 4 times a year. And it's just for people in the community to get together and have a fun, relaxed night where you get to meet new people. And you will receive 8 tickets to the Bethesda's Best Happy Hour at no cost at all. So it really is quite a wonderful opportunity for you, especially for small business owners. So make sure if you'd like to sign up for the annual sponsorship, to email me at trumancharities.com. And don't forget that this podcast, we started in 2021, and I started it because we can only do 3 events per year. So there's only so much we can do. So I thought, why don't we start this podcast and I'll highlight nonprofit founders, but also highlight some people that are doing, some really great work within the community as well. So I can help market, so we can still get the word out about some great things that are going on. And we also wanted to kind of give back to them. And as a thank you for being on the podcast, if I'm interviewing a nonprofit founder, we donate $250 to that nonprofit. And if I'm talking to someone that is really making a difference within the community, then what I do is I ask them what charity that they are connected with and really, is really meaningful to them. And then we write a $250 donation to that particular charity on their behalf. And we talk a little bit about it at the end of our conversation. So I really want to thank everybody again. We raised $48,000 for Interfaith Work job placement program, which I'm so grateful. And I was so overwhelmed by, the generosity of our sponsors and our guests there, and really how much fun we had. It really, really was a fun event. And there's one thing that people say, they've asked me, how do I have a charity party or an event? And you're going to have a lot of people from that don't know each other. What's a really fun thing to do to get people to really kind of get to know each other without it being kind of awkward or anything like that. And so what we did for our derby party, because we had 180 people and a lot of people didn't know each other. So we did horse races, which was really fun. So we had tape. We had like 4 or 5 lines of tape. And we gave how many? What's on a dice? 6? Up to 6? Okay, so we had 6 horses. So then we had 6 people that got a horse. You donated $100 to be into the horse race. And then what we did is we had 3 die, and we would shake the dice up and then it would say 2, 4, and 5. So then horse 2, 4, and 5, moved up. And it was really fun because then you had the entire crowd just like cheering for all of these horses. The people that were in the horse race were kind of like, bantering with each other. And then, you have and then of course you have this huge celebration at the end with whatever horse won. And we gave them really fun prizes. Mama Lucia's they're just always so gracious with us. They're always giving us so many gift cards to their restaurant. And so usually we have like a Mama Lucia's gift card for the winner. So I would say find something that's really fun where the crowd can get involved and start rooting for someone. So any type of race or something like that always seems to get people excited and gets people talking to their neighbors if they know them or not. So this was really fun. I'm excited about just trying it. That's going to be in September. I'm going to have, you'll hear from Dominic later in the summer. He's going to talk about his training, and maybe I'll throw in Antonio on there and see how he's doing too. But, I want to thank everybody again. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this at all. And really, really appreciate all of your generosity, all of your support. And because of you guys, we've been able to raise over $2 million since 2010. So thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Truman Charities podcast. Make sure if you have any questions ever, always feel free to email me. I am the one that answers, info@trumancharities.com. So that's who's going to be responding. But again, remember, it is volunteer-based. So give me a minute if I don't respond right away, because I also am a stay-at-home mom. So I got 2 kids running around with me. Oh, and if you want to follow us, make sure to follow us. You follow us on Instagram at Jamie_Truman Charities. Follow us on Facebook at Truman Charities. You follow me on LinkedIn at Jamie Truman. And then if you have not signed up for that newsletter, please go into trumancharities.com and then sign up for the newsletter so you don't miss any future events. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Until next time.